mentioned earlier, you got a job through internal recommendation from your now wife.
Yes.
But back then you were...
we were friends.
You were friends.
Yeah.
So I guess you got... But what is the process?
lucky.
Because it's really hard for immigrants.
It's really hard.
Especially when you don't have like a legal working status yet.
Yeah. So it's like a rope around your neck, really. It's not to exaggerate it, because I got lucky. But before I got this job, really, so, obviously I was in Southern California.
Yeah.
But right after I graduate, I was going to go up to the Bay Area.
Yeah.
And because that's where all the tech jobs are.
Yeah.
And I'm a STEM major. So I was in science.
STEM stands for science, technology, engineering, and mathematics.
I believe so.
Okay.
Yeah. So, and then, which means if you graduate from an American college, you get, at our time, it was 28 months of working without a H1B visa.
Yeah.
So as long as you're working in a tech company.
If you're non-STEM, like your major in social science, I believe it's 1 year. Or 2 years? 1 year.
12 months, I think.
12 months of
1
OPT.
year, yeah.
So which means within the 12 months, or for you, within 28 months, you can work.
Yeah.
But
without
after
a work
that...
visa, you got to get a work visa.
You got to get a work visa.
Yeah.
And the work visa is really hard to get. If you don't get it, get yourself out.
Exactly.
You have to leave America.
Yeah.
So, and then the work visa is the H1B visa
called H1B,
we're talking about.
Yeah. So there's a lottery. Yeah. And for people like undergrad, so like there's a lottery pool.
Yeah.
But people with higher degrees have a better chance of getting the visa. So obviously I only graduated undergrad at that time.
You didn't go to graduate school?
No, yeah. Okay. So that was my backup plan. That was okay, so 28 months, if I don't get a work visa, then I got to go back to school and apply for grad school.
What did you study in school? What did you major?
My
Computer
major
science?
my major was called informatics. So it's sort of a...
to make
information technique. Yeah, so it's for human-computer interaction, which is a specialty.
Okay.
So basically, it's like
人
half
机交互. Okay, human.
人机交互. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So it's like so the courses were like half programming classes.
Yeah.
And half like design classes.
Oh,
and you have to take economics. Basically, like made for PM.
Yes,
line of
that's
work,
like project manager position.
Yeah, exactly. So so that actually, I was pretty happy about my education.
Yeah.
In that sense.
Why did you choose that? You chose that specifically for the reason of employment, or you love that?
Major. I think maybe it's both.
Okay.
That's one of the reasons, like, of my recent doubt about my line of work is that obviously I wanted to come to America for college. Yeah. And then I wanted to get a job and afterwards here.
Yeah.
And then the only way you do that is becoming, working tech to get a work visa.
It's very hard. I would say 10 times easier compared you study art history.
Yeah, exactly. It would be very, very hard if you study art history or economics.
Not even art history, because I have a friend, I think I told you last time.
Yeah.
He studied marketing, which is non-STEM, right? Yeah. And he managed to get a job. He got lucky, and he got the H1B visa. He won the lottery.
Good
and
for
he got
him.
a visa. Yeah. And then the company collapsed. And he had this like... So he had to work for like a plastic surgery, clinic.
Okay.
Gearing towards Chinese women. Chinese clients.
Yeah.
And basically, I don't think he likes his job at all. Because basically you're just do the marketing for, hey, you need a nose job. You need to get a new boob. And I don't think he was treated well.
Okay.
But he doesn't have a choice.
It's tied to that's the thing about H1B. Excuse me.
It's okay. Yeah.
So because it's tied to the company, right? So like if you switch your job to another company, you have to find another one.
Yeah.
That would give you an H1B visa. That pay all the fees.
Yeah.
Do the lottery. I'm actually not sure if the lottery
and then you have to. And the thing is, he already renewed his H1B for one time, so now he had to get a green card.
Yeah.
Because you can only renew the H1B visa for another time, right? 2 times.
I think,
6
2
years?
times. Every time is 3 years, so 6 years total.
6 years. After 6 years, you better get a green card. Otherwise, you have to leave.
Yeah.
So it's like, I don't understand. Like, it's like you have those deadline after deadline. So if you don't do A before B, go back home. Yeah. And that's always on your mind.
Even though, like, for me, it's pretty lucky because I got a job right after college. Like before my
really
graduation
lucky.
ceremony.
Yeah.
But my life for the first 3 years of working was like, okay, so like this is the first 12 months.
Yeah.
And during that 12 months, so it's not like automatically you get the OPT, like which is the time that you automatically get to work as a science major. but you have to apply for it.
Yeah.
So the first time you apply for 12 months, right?
Yeah.
You get that. And then the next extension is actually 17 months.
Yeah.
And then you apply for that. And then the next one is 28 months and then you apply for that. So you have to apply for it like 3 times, and every time it takes several months.
And
the
then
whole thing.
the
So my life was
immigration bureaucratics is just bullshit.
Yeah.
Like I remember my green card was mailed to the wrong address because
Really? Yeah.
it was returned because I type in the right address.
Okay.
It's apartment building with an apartment number, but their system has a glitch.
Okay.
So not just me, it happens to a lot of people. They just didn't input the apartment number.
Oh,
so it reached to my building. There's no apartment number, and it would just directly go back to USPS, and there's no notification. When I found out, it's on the way back, and you would think, okay, just resend it, right?
Yeah.
But there's so many returned, letters because they're incompetency, because they're not competent.
Yeah.
It takes 6 months.
Yeah.
Usually to 8 months for them to
that's
mail
a
it
big
back to
problem,
you.
'cause you
And
can't
what
leave
if
the
I need to
country.
travel?
Yeah, you can't
What
leave
if
the
I need to
country.
work and whatever? And I have to find I have to go to a House of Representative, like a senator.
Oh, okay.
Office, to tell them. And one of the senators, actually, I think his name is Adam Chief. I think he's involved in the Trump impeachment thing. Like Trump really hated, not him personally, but his somebody from his office really helped me. I think they called immigration to kind of fast track the whole process.
Yeah.
And it got back to me. So yeah, it was.
That's
I
very good.
I have like 10 hours of material on USCIS, the immigration.
Yeah, it's
bureaucracy. They just I want to give them the middle finger. Like I'm pretty sure it's not just me.
No, I'm sure it's not. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's sort of like, even if they make it easy on you, which they don't.
Yeah.
It's still like that you're not you're an alien in this country.
Yeah.
And then it's a time bomb, like almost. So and you never know what's gonna happen.
Yeah.
So yeah, and then I got pretty lucky because I got married, not just for the green card.
Yeah. See, that's the thing. We have to do the disclaimer every time. Right? That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, really wanted to get married.
It's a real marriage, though. It's a real marriage.
Yeah.
Because people, the default thought is, ooh, you just did it for.
Yeah. Yeah, so then I didn't have to get a work visa, but that was the year that I had to get a work visa. Otherwise, my 27 months is gonna run out very soon. I think by the next year.
Yeah.
So then, so I told my boss, okay, I got married and we don't have to do the H1B. I really think it was a big relief on him too, because it's like, as a small company that I work at, it costs a lot of money to apply for a work visa.
Yeah.
And
they
takes
probably don't want to
months
sponsor you.
Yeah, and they don't, and then they sponsor you, and then you're tied to the company.
I know a lot of companies, especially some Chinese companies, would do shady things like you have to pay them to sponsor you. It's like is
that legal?
No, it's not.
That's legal.
No, it's not.
Yeah.
Of course, it's not.
Yeah,
but a lot of things are being done.
Yeah,
that are illegal.
Yeah,
not gonna name names, but there are companies who do that, and then they pay, and then there are even companies because for H1B visa there's a income like threshold. Okay. Like the salary has to reach that.
Oh yeah, you have to reach a certain. We had to look up.
There's a list. Yeah.
Yeah, there's a list, and then you go like, here's the average. I'm not sure if it's even the average. I think there's a number you have to meet to prove that you're qualified.
Yeah, and then they have to prove that for your position, they have to hire you instead of American citizen. Like there's something about you that they just couldn't find among American citizens.
Yeah, which is a.
Which means it needs to have. Yeah, it can't be any job. You can't say, "Oh, I'm going to be a bartender." So no,
plenty of Americans can be bartenders.
Yeah. So you need to do that, and some companies, shady companies, not all of them, a small portion of them what they would do is they will have like a rebate, like they will pay you this, but they, like for example, if the threshold is $50K.
Oh, so they're not really paying you that much.
Yes, but on the paper they'll pay you $50,000, W-2, everything, and then backdoor, you pay them back the rebate $20,000 or whatever, because they only want to pay you $30,000.
Oh, that sucks.
But people do it.
Well,
so
they have. I guess
they're like, hey, do you want it or do you want to go back home?
Yeah, gotta take a deal. Yeah, man, that's shady. Yeah,
it's just like I feel like as an immigrant, especially when it comes to work, there's so many just hoops you have to jump through.
Yeah.
It's very stressful.
It's very stressful, yeah. For sure.
And I think my friend, you know, he was going through this really, really tight. He still hasn't figured out.
The friend who works at the cosmetics doctor's office.
Yeah. I don't know his plan. I think the H1B is gonna run out. And then
can he apply for a green card?
Yes, but the company has to sponsor him, and they're not like really. They're not saying they're not gonna do it, but they're not gonna say they didn't say they're gonna do it either.
Yeah.
So then you're like, do I want to talk to them about it?
Right.
And I don't want to push it because I need to keep this job. But I need this to happen. Otherwise, you know, I can't stay here.